Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the Vinyl Countdown. Do you like records? Do you like music? Do you like finding cool memorabilia out in the wild? Well, then we think you found the right place. Yeah, we love having fun here at the Vinyl Countdown, and that's your host, Peaches. He's always up for a good time. So sit back, relax, and join us right now for another episode of the Vinyl Countdown.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Vinyl Countdown. I'm Peaches.
I'm Mrs. Peaches.
Hey, how's it going? We are here tonight to do a special episode, and that is a thread response to none other than Black Star Vinyl. Now, I saw his video, okay, and I got really crazy. Why? Because the thread is about power ballads, okay? And I have been out there watching videos about people talking about ballads, okay? And I think we need to set the record straight here, because even though it's all of our opinions, we also know some facts about power ballads, okay?
They're awesome, number one.
Yeah, they're awesome, number one. They're some of the most beautiful songs on the planet, okay? And the power ballad term was invented in 1985, okay? So anything before that is not a power ballad, okay? And it was invented by this song right here. This group, Motley Crue, on the Theater of Pain album in 1985, and the song was called Home Sweet Home. Alright? Now, this song is the first power ballad on the planet, okay? And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go back and look at the documentaries and look at how people that were in this business, in the metal business as musicians and people that were just in the business, it was common knowledge that Motley Crue created the first power ballad on the planet on this album. You know, these are people like Twisted Sister, Wanger, Warrant, Poison. They all talked about power ballads, okay? And this was something that was in that genre of music. And then, so we know when it was started, right? Well, what about the end of the power ballad? Did the power ballad ever end?
Sadly, yes.
Yes, it did end, okay? And from what we can gather from our research as being 80s freaks here on the Vinyl Countdown, that the power ballad officially ended in 1992. Here, I'm going to show you what they are, too, alright? In 1992, Def Leppard Adrenalize had a song called Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad? One of the last official power ballads to ever exist on the planet. Along with that, there was a group we called Firehouse. This is their second album, I believe. Alright. And this album, I don't have it on vinyl, and I wish we did. It's a super big grail right now. But there was a song in here called When I Look Into Your Eyes. Okay? So those were probably, according to us, the last power ballads to ever exist on the face of the planet. Alright? And you might say, well, Peaches, why do you put this little rule on things, okay? Because it's pretty much a fact, okay? A power ballad, by definition in the Urban Dictionary, is a slow-paced, meaningful love song that was performed by a metal band in the 80s, okay? So if we got a couple of 80s groups here that kind of leaked into that 1990 range, 1991, 1992, we're going to allow that to happen, okay? So, but anything before this, anything before Motley Crue is not a power ballad. I mean, Chicago 17 is not a power ballad. Journey is not a power ballad. I'm sorry, because here's the reason why. When the power ballad was invented, okay, and was categorized and termed, okay, they did all the power ballads in the different groups, right? And then at the end of the metal era, when grunge took over, they started coming out with things like this. Here's a CD called Monster Ballads, okay? We all remember when these first started coming out. Yeah, it was right after the death of the hair band, okay? And when they first came out, they included all of the essential bands, okay? The Motley Crue, the Poison, the LA Guns, the Cinderella, and the list goes on and on and on. And they were the essential power ballads. Well, they came out with one and found out that they sold so many of these, then they said, hey, let's make another one. Because you couldn't fit all the awesome power ballads on one CD, right? So then they came out with this thing called Power Ballads 2. You know? The Awakening. You know, so it had the other power ballads that existed from the 1985 until 1992, okay? Well, after coming out with the second set of power ballad CDs, they came out with a third set. And that's where everything got mixed up. They started including groups that didn't even belong into this category called power ballads. And what were some of them? Foreigner, Journey, you know, some of the scragglers out there that everybody said, well, we got to put them in there too, and them in there too, and then the meaning just lost everything. It lost everything. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set the record straight, and we are going to show you here our top 10 power ballads of all time, alright? They're not in any particular order, but they're our favorites. You know what I'm saying? And they're probably most of them that ever existed. Now you look at the Slave to the Grind album. Okay, I do have to digress because I have in the past used the term power ballad for this CD, okay? Slave to the Grind by Skid Row. But I do have to apologize because there are no power ballads on this CD, okay? These songs are about child abuse and drug addiction and all that stuff. So they do not fit into the 80s hair band love song category, okay? So, just so you know, I'm not going to be hypocritical about this. I have used the term loosely, but I can't do it now. I can't do it right now, okay? You want to start?
Sure. Love this category, love this topic, so super excited. It was no problem for him and I to sling together a pile of awesome power ballads. So let's start out with LA Guns.
Nice.
The Ballad of Jane. It's in the title. Come on.
Oh, the Ballad of Jane.
Yep.
Sweet, sweet.
Excellent song and killer power ballad.
Okay, my first one. You know, like I said, these aren't in any order because our taste could change at any time. You know what I'm saying? One might be number one day and not the next. But I'm going to start out with this one because I kind of don't want to hear it anymore. But it is one of the most famous power ballads on the planet. And it is Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. And this is a still sealed original copy from 1988. Alright?
Censored cover.
Yeah, uncensored cover, still sealed. Sweet.
And then I've got, everybody's going to know this one. This was a song that was played all the time. Tesla, Love Song from the Great Radio Controversy. This was 1989. And that song was all over the place. All over the radio, all over MTV. Huge, huge hit.
It was the first concert I ever went to. I saw Love Song by Tesla live. Okay? And this is another thing about power ballads, you guys. These songs were made for groupies back in the day. They were the ones paying the bills for these bands. The bands had an apartment, right? Like Motley Crue was on Sunset Strip, right? Well, they had all these strippers and groupies taking care of these guys. They would buy them groceries, pay their bills, cut their hair, make their outfits for them, and as a tribute to them, they started making these power ballads. And then they started figuring out that they made a ton of money on them as well when they first came out. And then this guy, D. Snyder, right here, is like, what is this? Power ballads? That's not metal. Yeah. And then Kip Winger comes in and says, oh yeah, dude, it was the second song on the album. We all had to do it to make a killing on the money. Okay? So yeah. My next one. It's gotta be Warrant Heaven. Definitely. 1989, debut album. Heaven by Warrant. Unbelievable. I remember all those nights driving in the car, be driving home from school, driving home in the dark, and you'd just be listening to these. And Black Star Vinyl was right. You sang them in your car like you wrote them. That was for
I
sure.
remember that video like it was yesterday. I can still see the video in my mind.
Yeah, where's my lighter?
Clear as day. Like, I mean, Heaven was another one. Huge. Just huge. It was amazing.
You're just behind the wheel of your car, like, you know, you're bawling.
And this one is a personal favorite of mine. Probably not too many people might not be aware of this one, but it's Great White, Save All Your Love. The song's actually called Save Your Love. But I just love Jack Russell's voice. I seriously love Great White. I think they're great.
Third album, 1987.
And yeah, that's definitely solid power ballad.
Definitely. All these things were such a
Did
huge
you say
thing.
the year? Sorry.
Huh?
Yeah, 1987.
Yeah, 1987. All these things were, these songs were huge for metal in the 80s. And it's what sold them millions and millions of records, you guys. And, yeah. Okay.
Back warning from Mr. Peaches.
Yeah. Did I stutter? I saw red and then I closed the door. Second album, 1990. Warrant, Cherry Pie. What do I say? What do I say?
And from my favorite band, Use Your Illusion 1. We all know what this is going to be. November Rain. Sweet, sweet ballad from GNR. Just amazing. Just takes you through the journey. It rocks. It's slow. There's piano. It's incredible.
Which one did you pick off of there again?
November Rain.
Yeah.
So,
November Rain.
This was 1991, which still fits into Peach's criteria. We're still in there. So
the power ballad had peaked out. It had peaked out, and it was just over the roller coaster, you know, over the top of the hill when that song came out. Did I tell you guys that this episode is sponsored by Simply PH? Okay. My next one for Power Ballads of the Century. It's off of, Def Leppard Hysteria. You guys, one of the icons of the power ballad. Okay, 1987, Love Bites was on here. The song Hysteria. Okay, Hysteria when you're near. I mean, come on. It's a love song. And then,
Love and Affection.
Yeah, Love and Affection. Love and Affection, you guys. There's 3 power ballads on this record, man. And they're all love songs, pretty much. Pretty much.
And sorry guys, another Poison in here, but they were the masters of power ballads.
Yeah.
And this one is Oh, Life Goes On While You're Miles Away. I Miss You and I Need You. 1990 for this one. But I seriously love this album, and Life Goes On is fantastic.
Yep, that was right. Like I said, at the peak again. At the peak of the power ballad. That 1990 to 1992 range was when things were at their maximum. And when I talk about the maximum, yeah, Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood, 1989, Without You is the name of the song.
And I remember this on MTV when they would do their top 10 every day, and that Without You, that video was on all the time, and that stayed in that top 10 for what seemed like an eternity, seriously. And I was in high school when that was going on, but that song was, oh, they played the hell out of that one too.
You want to know why it stayed in the top 10 for so long? It's because they invented the power ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which one was that?
Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home.
And that one I used to sing on my way home, walking home from grade school.
Who didn't sing this when they were walking home from school or on the bus?
I knew every word, and it was such a beautiful tune. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, 1989, Motley Crue, you guys.
My next one is from Kix, Blow My Fuse, and the song is Don't Close Your Eyes. We all remember that song. Great song. This album is a solid 10. It can do no wrong in my eyes.
Which one?
Of course, Don't Close Your Eyes.
Don't close your eyes.
Go ahead.
That one was pretty hot.
Sure.
Don't close your eyes.
Sure.
It's good. Well, this one was a big one, you guys. Firehouse's debut album, 1990. Which one was on here? Love of a Lifetime. I finally found the love of a lifetime. Firehouse. This is my first concert, you guys. A major, major power ballad. Right at the end of the decade, 1990. Oh.
And we've got the
The
final countdown on the vinyl countdown.
The vinyl countdown?
And Europe made the list for Carrie. Remember Carrie, you guys? I know you all remember the final countdown, but Carrie.
Carrie.
Things they change, my friend.
My friend. Whoa. Dude, you guys, seriously. Power ballads. Yeah. Power ballads?
I know, this is so much fun to just
It's my
go
favorite
through these. Yeah.
It's my favorite subject. My favorite subject. Whitesnake, you guys. 7th album, 1987. Yeah, what's on this one?
Forget now.
I forget.
Oh, Is This Love?
Well, I didn't remember if it had two
It
or
was the
three of them.
Katina
Yeah.
days. Is
This
This
Love?
Love? I think Katina was in that video too.
Probably.
Katuni Looney.
Looney Katunikins. Dude, you can't beat it. This is a power ballad, you guys. Yeah.
And I think this is our last showing for these guys, but they did have another one on here.
Yep.
And this is Poison's debut, Look What the Cat Dragged In, 1986. And the song was I Won't Forget You. And that, again, is another video that
I won't forget
I still
you,
remember
baby.
vividly. Yeah, that song was played all the time.
Yeah.
I won't forget you, babe.
Well, here's the thing.
And all the plans we made. I won't forget you, babe.
Yep. But see, now you guys are seeing the chronological order of things because this was 1985. And in order to compete, the rest of the guys had to come out with something in order to compete and sell millions of albums to millions of chicks and dudes. And which one was this? That was Motley Crue was 85, Poison was 86. They had to come out with something to compete with it. Okay, my next one. Yeah, power ballads, you guys. One of the best ones on the whole planet. I Remember You, Skid Row.
Oh, for sure.
Debut album, 1989.
For sure.
One of the top 5 power ballads of all time. I played it on guitar in my last video. Or I should say, our last video.
So my final two are kind of a toss-up for my favorite. So I think I am going to go with this one. GNR Lies. The song, of course, is Patience. And that was 1988. Axl and his sweet whistle. And just, they really toned it down on the one side, the live on the other, but the toned down coming straight after Appetite for Destruction. What a sweet delight that was for all of us. So, Patience, yeah.
1988. All right. Speaking of the background music right now, yeah, power ballad, you guys. One of the top 5 on the planet for me. Slaughter's debut album, Stick It To Ya. This is actually the Stick It To Ya live album. I decided to pull that one out tonight. 1990, debut. The song, Fly to the Angels. It's on right now.
It's playing, yes. How
did that work out?
timing, I know.
Whoa.
It's the fate of it, and it's the power ballad at work here, people.
Oh, I think we got a ghost. For sure.
Okay, so my final one is probably my favorite power ballad of all time, and
Really?
this is a song when you hear, like, you know how songs get overplayed. Like, the reason you're not seeing "Sweet Child of Mine" in this list is because, although that's my favorite band, if I never hear that song again, I would be completely fine with that because it was one of those songs that just is so overplayed, I just can't take
Which
it
one?
anymore. "Sweet Child of Mine."
Oh, Sweet Child of Mine, yeah.
So some songs you hear and you can hear them a million times and it would never bother you. Like "Faithfully" by Journey is one, and
Yeah.
this one, my
These
number
guys-
one power ballad, is this song as well, and it's Cinderella. Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone from The Long Cold Winter, their second album from 1988. And Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone, I love it, and I could just listen to it a million times. Like I said, it never
They're so
get
unique.
old. So I think this one's going to be my number one out of all of them.
That's a very good choice. I mean, Cinderella, they were a hair band from the 80s, okay? They were a hair metal band, okay? But the thing of it is they were super unique. They had a lead singer.
Tom Kiefer. Yes, that voice. Oh, I love him.
That guy was like a dragon in flight, okay? Like, roar! And you're like, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from?
The gravelly, just...
Oh, yeah.
I just love him.
And then you ask a guy like that to do a power ballad, and it's going to blow your mind.
It was magic, yeah. And again, a piano was in this, and gorgeous. I love it so much. And I love the words. And what he's saying, everything is so true. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true. It's just awesome. So that's Mrs. Peach's number one, the power ballad.
How did this line up like this again? Okay, we got that lined up with the power ballad that's on TV, and now we got our almost pretty much favorite power ballads lined up in the stack. We didn't do this on purpose.
It's the magic of the power ballad.
It is the magic of the power ballad. It's all about the love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of my all-time favorites, I don't know if I can put it at number one because I'm a super power ballad freak, okay? I love all of them. But right at the top of my list, it's going to be Winger, Miles Away. What an epic power ballad, dude. And if you can't tell that that's a love song from the 80s and it's metal, for sure. Metal. Even though it is. Yeah, their second album from right at the end of the decade there.
Ooh, Winger just made the cut off.
Just made the cut, you guys. Just made the cut.
He's serious about his criteria for the power ballad, people.
Watch that video, man. That's a major love song. But, you know, like I said, I can't really put it at the very, very, very top because we got one power ballad here.
That's right, I forgot about this one. This is the ultimate too, yeah.
It's like the king of power ballads, you guys.
Yep.
The king. And it is, drum roll please, I'll Never Let You Go by Steelheart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the power ballad of all power ballads, man. You can't get any better than this.
That dude, not only did he have seriously awesome hair, his hair rivaled Sebastian Bach's for awesome hair, but his voice and his range and that song, it is.
It's just like what's playing right now. It's Slaughtered Fly to the Angels with a little bit,
magic,
a couple more firecrackers attached to it. I'm serious, yeah. Steelheart, I'll Never Let You Go, unbelievably awesome. Okay, so you guys, we got that figured out what a power ballad is now? Good. I hope we got this figured out. Because, yeah, this is Hinder, Lips of an Angel. It's not a power ballad, okay? Because it's not from an 80s hair metal band. Sorry.
I thought that band's name was Hinder.
It is. Oh, Hinder. It might be. My lips on your Hinder. All right. Well, thanks for coming down to the Vinyl Countdown. We are here today talking about one of our favorite subjects, and that, well, I'm a little sensitive about myself.
Can I show my birthday present?
Sure, go ahead. Speaking of vinyl.
Yeah, so a couple of friends from work got me a sweet birthday present, and my birthday was back in December. This thing came from the Ukraine, and apparently they're not too keen on speedy shipping over in the Ukraine because it took about 2.5 months to get this.
Is that where Hinder's from?
However, well worth the wait. Check it out, you guys. It's a Stephen King record clock. So it's kind of like what the oral retentive does with cutting out, and then they just put the clock face in the center. But if you look on there, we got Christine on the bottom, Cujo, Pennywise, Stephen King himself, Under the Dome, Dolores Claiborne, Church from Pet Cemetery, and Salem's Lot. So super rad. We got to get this on the wall to add to our awesome collection.
Yeah, that's going to look really good next to Madonna that oral retentive made for us. That's for sure.
Yeah, so.
All right, you guys. I'm Peaches.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and this is Mrs. Peaches, and thanks for coming down to the Vinyl Countdown. We'll see you later.
See ya.